Hey, what's up, you guys? Crazy news. It looks like for sure UFC Mexico will be happening in February. Getting reports that the UFC is trying to set up the rematch versus Yair Rodriguez and Brian Ortega to headline in Mexico, as well as Brandon Moreno versus Amir 5-round co-main event. We're gonna go ahead and break this down, you guys. Please let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment down below, like the video and subscribe. So some notable things to mention is that a couple weeks ago we were hearing rumors that UFC was looking to set up a Mexico event separate from the one that they're gonna do at the Sphere, for Mexican Independence Day in September. And of course, the reason we know this is because apparently Muhammad Mokaev received an offer to fight Brandon Moreno in Mexico in February, and he went out on social media telling him to accept the fight. And so now that we know that this card is being built in the works and those fights are in the works, it kind of lets me know, like, yo, okay, like, we're gonna go to Mexico in February. Let's go. Your boy's for sure gonna be at that event. And of course, you have to have Brandon Moreno and Yair on that card. And we'll start off with the reports of Amir versus Brandon Moreno. I hope this fight gets put together. 5-round co-main event. We're starting to see a lot more of that happen for these bigger fights. And I'm not mad at it. I think Moreno and Amir is the proper fight to make for the division. It definitely makes sense. So I'm all on board. And I think Moreno's got that fight in the bag. It is going to be tough because Amir is an exceptional grappler, but I do feel it's nothing that he hasn't seen before. And we got to assume if Moreno or Amir win this fight, that is a guaranteed title shot, especially for Amir. He had a controversial win over Kai Kara France in a fight that I think nobody thought he won. But yeah, I mean, you would assume, now he got a win over Brandon Moreno. That's, guaranteed title shot. And, of course, for Brandon Moreno, I mean, he did have that, another controversial loss to Alexandre Pantoja. You got to assume he wins this fight, he's 100% next for the title as well. So, that gets a thumbs up in my books. I'm all for it. And then we go into the main event that, it's still in the works, but I don't see how this fight doesn't get put together. And that's Yair Rodriguez versus Brian Ortega in a rematch. We saw this fight last year, actually, and I believe it was in San Diego at the time, and dude, literally ended in the first round. Ortega popped his shoulder, and we were all kind of robbed of a fight that was starting to heat up. Obviously, both guys are Mexican. They don't preferably won't want to fight each other, but then again too, it's like in these guys' careers, I don't think they have any other direction, and this fight makes a lot of sense to put together. Like, really, if these guys don't fight each other, they're gonna either be stuck fighting Aljamain Sterling or Arnold Allen, or maybe Giga Chikadze, if he beats Josh Emmett coming up. It's just those are really good fights that mattered in the featherweight division, but they aren't big fights. They aren't, I guess, those super fights that people are like, oh my god, I'm 100% looking forward to this. And man, people are gonna be looking forward to Yair versus Brian. These guys are two superstars, massive names in the featherweight division. And so, man, Yair has had Josh Emmett and Volkanovski since then, getting tremendous experience. And obviously Brian has been stuck on the sidelines, injured. But with him coming back, it's going to be interesting, to see how he comes back, because we've seen him take long layoffs before and come back even better than ever. But it just seems to me that Yair's in his prime, man. He's in his prime. He looked good towards the end of the Volkanovski fight. He looked amazing against Josh Emmett. He also looked really good against Max Holloway, even winning some rounds. Definitely an amazing fight, and I can't wait for an official announcement that this is booked. You also got to assume with them being in Mexico, I mean, maybe we see Alexa Grasso, who knows, because she is a champion. So that could be out of the question. But, you got to assume also like guys like Raul Rosas Jr., Tracy Cortez potentially. And, those younger Mexican stars, are going to be on this card. But yeah, you guys, like the video, comment down below your thoughts. I mean, who do you guys want to see on this Mexican card, and what is one fight that you would put together for this card? Please, you guys, like the video, comment down below, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.